Hello. Welcome to this session. Today, apart from talking about poetry, I will also talk about some very important areas that you need to know about your exams. So guys, you know that there are 5 more months or 6 more months for the next NET exam. In between, there will also be a lot of other exams, a lot of set exams, PSE exams, other PGT exams. All these are coming up, isn't it? Very good. So we have started 3 courses here for NET alone, as all of you might know. 6-month online, 1 year online, and 1 year offline. In these courses, we plan to give all of you thorough knowledge in all the basics as well as advanced information on English literature, plus help you with some writing and careers, especially in the 1-year courses. These are available. Why is 1 year offline course more expensive than 1 year online or 6-month course? Because in 1 year offline course, that is our hero course. There, you will have very thorough knowledge. You know, just knowledge is not helping people to pass exams. They need a lot of revision, lot of practice. After attending courses, why do a lot of people not pass? Because this practice, this revision is missing. In the 1 year offline course, we get that. Lots of time where we go over each author work in detail, develop a perspective. I am learning a lot of new things for that. Our PPTs are all updated. And you will also be working along with this course. You will be getting a stipend if you're good enough. You will learn research, editing, writing in the offline course. Did you understand? So it will help you get ready for careers. I am just giving an introduction. I am coming to poetry, unit 1, unit 2, poetry very soon. And then in the 1 year online course, along with lots of lectures, books, there also you will get in-depth live as well as recorded sessions. There will be a lot of practice. It is going to be a course that will help you get ready for 2 NET exams as well as other exams. In order to pass SET and GATE and PGT exams, you need only this course. And it will help you get ready for December NET as well as June NET. 6-month course is also amazing. You will get a lot of information in 6 months packed. Even though the live classes are only for 6 months, there will be recordings and you can study with them throughout your life. So I just said this by way of introduction because many people were asking me tomorrow, what is happening? From tomorrow onwards for 9 days, we are starting an induction program. In induction program, I will give you, it is like a very deep crash course. I will give you an overview with very exciting PPTs with pictures and animation and all that. Very good PPTs there will be with lots of information. I will give you an overview of paper 2. Our paper 1 team will give you overview of paper 1 also. Very detailed overview. It's like a map, 9 days. And the cost is only 300 rupees. If you don't want to attend any course, no problem. Take the 300 rupees induction course and study on your own. That also will help you pass. And if you want, you can take the 6-month or 1 year course if you want it. That is how it is. So I hope you'll all join the induction program, 300 rupees only. We will post the link to pay in the description of this video. All right. So over to unit 2, poetry. Remember, I had done poetry discussion earlier. Yesterday, I was traveling and I could not come and do live. I'm so sorry. I could not even inform you because I was in a place for 2 days with no network coverage. I hope you will forgive me. Now I won't take a break like that. I'm not going anywhere else. Right. So let us go on to British poetry questions. Today, you can ask me all your doubts. I will clear your doubts. Okay. It's a special session. I will be looking at your chat messages and you can just go ahead and shoot questions at me and I will help you answer. Okay, Kuhu, I will share the timetable. Induction course timetable. Now I will share at the beginning of the course. Yes, thank you. Last date to join for net exam. There is no last date like that. You can join whenever you want. It is Zoom link. We will share in the group. All right. RPSC course is also there. RPSC course will start on July 10th. We will teach you, I will personally teach you most of it. All the important topics we will cover, including all papers we will do, but classes will not be there for the Rajasthan paper. For the Rajasthan paper, we will give you quizzes because we have bought a lot of important books for it. We are making quizzes. Yeah. And also there will be classes and notes also, RPSC ke liye. बहुत सारे questions भी, practice questions. Remember, last time in our RPSC course, many people passed. So we have confidence and experience. Right. So shall we move on to British poetry? Right, guys. Timings of the induction course, Deepsa, is 6 to 8 p.m. 6 to 8 p.m. in the evening. Yeah. So first question. Madam, whilst modernism you want, Smriti, I will talk about it. Madam, whilst that for which all virtue now is sold, is the opening line of Epistle to Elizabeth, Countess of Rutland. Identify the author. Madam, whilst that for which, you don't know that line. Epistle to Elizabeth, Countess of Rutland. Any idea? To join our induction program, which is like a crash course, it is only 300 rupees. Induction program is an amazing crash course for you. Yeah. The author of Epistle to Elizabeth, Countess of Rutland, is Ben Jonson. For our induction program or crash course, the description, in the description, we will post the link. Okay, guys? So it is Ben Jonson who wrote Epistle to Elizabeth, Countess of Rutland. Epistle to Elizabeth, Countess of Rutland. Don't forget, okay? It is one of Ben Jonson's short poems. Awake, arise, or be forever fallen. This is a quote from Awake, arise, or be forever fallen. Is it Absalom and Achitophel, Macflecknoe, the Dunciad, or Paradise Lost? I'll give you a clue. Satan is telling his followers. Satan is telling his followers, awake, arise, or be forever fallen. Tell me, tell me. Tell me, tell me. It is Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost. 1 year net course has a discounted fees of 20,000. 6 month net course has 18,000. I will tell you guys, every paisa it is worth. We do not cheat. We do not give shortcuts. We teach you thoroughly. This is like attending an MA course. You will get as many books, so many lectures with lifetime access. Nobody can beat this. Right. Paradise Lost. Yes, very good, Kuhu. It is in the beginning of Paradise Lost itself. Then Satan is telling his followers, awake, arise. The Rape of the Lock was dedicated to Dash. There is a man who inspired Alexander Pope to write Rape of the Lock. Pope, write something. There are 2 Catholic families who are fighting. They don't want to resolve their quarrel. So write something, laugh them out of their quarrel. Who said that? It is John Carroll. John Carroll inspired Pope to write The Rape of the Lock. Will you remember that? Smrita, I think you should contact our office. There is an option for it. You should contact our office. Thank you, Deepsa. I will send tomorrow's induction program timetable. I will. Once I will post in Instagram and YouTube. Don't worry. We will post. Okay? We will post. Tomorrow morning we'll post. In which of the following journals was Hugh de Brass published? In which of the following journals was Hugh de Brass published? Is it Mercurius Aulicus, the Atlantic Monthly, the Gentleman's Magazine, or the Tatler? In which of these journals was Hugh de Brass published? Bolo. It is Mercurius Aulicus. Remember, Hugh de Brass is the first verse satire in English. Hugh de Brass is the first verse satire in English. Mercurius Aulicus. That is the place where it was published. It was published in 3 parts. Hugh de Brass is by Samuel Butler. A poem sacred to the memory of Sir Isaac Newton. A poem sacred to the memory of Sir Isaac Newton brings out the 18th century preoccupation with science. Who is the author? 18th century preoccupation with science. You know, in nature, there is a divine order. That idea is there in a poem sacred to the memory of Sir Isaac Newton. Is it William Cooper? Is it George Crabbe, John Gay, or James Thomson? William Cooper, George Crabbe, John Gay, or James Thomson? It is James Thomson. James Thomson wrote about Isaac Newton. Thomson wrote about Newton. Thomson wrote about Newton. Will you remember, dear friends? James Thomson wrote about Isaac Newton. James Thomson wrote about Isaac Newton. If you remember like this, you will never forget. Ta-dang! Okay, guys, if I give you so much free in our open courses, through Telegram, through YouTube, can you imagine what you will get for 18,000 or 20,000? You will not even imagine. I promise you, it is for a lifetime, all that materials. Ta-da-dang! Which of Wordsworth's poems begins with this clear statement? 'Tis 8 o'clock, a clear March night. Which of these poems begins with this clear statement? 'Tis 8 o'clock, a clear March night. Is it We Are 7, The Idiot Boy, The Thorn, or Peter Bell? We Are 7. No, We Are 7 begins with a little cottage girl. I met a little cottage girl. She was 8 years old, she said. That is the beginning. It is The Idiot Boy. Wordsworth's poems begins. Wordsworth's poem that begins with a clear statement. It's 8 o'clock, a clear March night. Remember, The Idiot Boy is about a mother and a son. Betty Foy, isn't it? Betty Foy, mother and son. Who wrote the poem? A Martian sends a postcard home. Remember, guys, this is part of Martian school of poetry. A Martian sends a postcard home. It is part of Martian school of poetry. Guys, if you have any doubt, you ask me. When we come to modernism, I will talk about modernism. Please stay. Is it Christopher Reid, Geoffrey Hill, Craig Raine, or Charles Tomlinson? It is Craig Raine. Remember, in the 20th century, there were lots of changes. There was the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century, the rise of the middle classes. There was the First World War, the technology and rise of technology and New World Order. Modernism developed. at this time. Modernism was a response to all these socio-political and cultural transformations. Modernism lamented the fragmentation and disorder of the world. Modernism wanted to evoke a unity and order. Modernism began with people in France and England like Marcel Proust, T.S. Eliot, Ezra Pound. Some of them went and lived in Paris also. Gertrude Stein, etc. Okay? And modernism developed into postmodernism. Very good. Next question. Killers from the egg. Killers from the egg. That means anda jab ho tab se killer. Killer from the egg. The malevolent aged grin. They dance on the surface among the flies. These are lines from Dash by Ted Hughes. You will definitely get JRF. Just do our course. We have everything in the course. Thanks to my awesome team. Tell me, guys, these are lines from Pike. These are lines from Pike. Pike is a fish. And Ted Hughes is talking about this fish, Pike. Did you understand? Very good. Now, American poetry. Are you ready, guys? In order to crack JRF, you have to study really thoroughly all the major authors, and you have to get maximum marks in net. That is how you pass with JRF. You don't have to study anything special. When you join our course, just before the exam for 1 month, you will have JRF power sessions organized by our amazing team member, team leader, Ritu Medhavi. She will organize some 30, 40 JRF candidates. They will all come and teach, and they will give you questions and tips and encouragement. You will pass, guys. Now, American literature. The early African-American writer, Frances E.W. Harper. You have not heard? Don't worry. She wrote the poem, Eliza Harris. Eliza Harris. This is based on a character from Dash. That you should know. Okay? Eliza Harris is a character in, is it Moby Dick, Jungle Book, Uncle Tom's Cabin, or The Scarlet Letter? Amit Pandey and everybody, we will give you the links in the description. Otherwise, you can just call our office. Okay? They will help you. Very good. I will personally, after this video, after this class is over, in the description of the video, I will post all the links. Okay. It is very good. Suratia is answering. It is Uncle Tom's Cabin. Eliza Harris is in Uncle Tom's Cabin. Very good. Who addressed Walt? You need not hear of Frances E.W., but you should know Eliza Harris is in Uncle Tom's Cabin. Okay, guys. Who addressed Walt Whitman thus? He is America's poet. He is America. Who said that? Is it William Carlos Williams, or Ezra Pound, or Toni Morrison, or Maya Angelou? Bolo, bolo. It is Ezra Pound who said Walt Whitman is America. Remember that. Okay. Next question. Tamerlane and Other Poems was the debut poetry collection of Dash. Tamerlane and Other Poems is the debut poetry collection of Dash. It is Tamerlane is famous. Edgar Allan Poe. Remember, Edgar Allan Poe wrote? Edgar Allan Poe wrote what? Gothic romances. He also wrote a lot of poems and some essays. Tamerlane and Other Poems was the debut poetry collection of Edgar Allan Poe. Will you remember, guys? Very good. Which poem was recited by Maya Angelou in the inauguration ceremony of President Bill Clinton? Which poem was recited by Maya Angelou? I know why the caged bird sings is not only autobiography, it's also a poem, but is that the answer? On the pulse of the morning, gather together in my name, Mom and me and Mom. It is on the pulse of the morning. The poem recited by Maya Angelou at the inauguration ceremony of President Bill Clinton, on the pulse of the morning. Okay, Robert Conquest's anthology of poems called New Lines. Have you heard of New Lines? It was a reaction against dash. Robert Conquest's anthology of poems called New Lines was a reaction against dash. Is it modernism, new apocalypse movement, movement poetry, 30s poems? It is new apocalypse movement. Robert Conquest's anthology of poems called New Lines comes in new apocalypse movement. No, it doesn't come in. It comes at the end of. It was a reaction against, and it laid the foundations of the movement poetry. Once again, I will explain. Robert Conquest's New Lines came at the end of New Apocalypse. It was a reaction against New Apocalypse of the 1940s. And it supported movement poetry of the 1950s. Okay. Now questions on Indian poetry. Guys, tomorrow our induction program is beginning. It's like crash course of only 300 rupees. It is worth 1,500 rupees. 9 days, totally brilliant PowerPoint presentations on all the important authors' works. Please join us. And after this, if you want, you can join our big course. Even otherwise, this will help you. Check the description of the video later. Okay, Indian poetry. Okay, question number 1. Dutch women in Dutch painting and ways of belonging are poetry collections by women in Dutch painting and ways of belonging are poetry collections by, is it Meena Kandasamy, Eunice D'Souza, Rukmini Bhaya Nair, or Sujata Bhatt? Women in Dutch painting is by Eunice D'Souza. It is her very famous collection. Okay, guys. Guys, have you liked this video? Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that when I start teaching, you will know, okay, class has begun. This is our online open course. You should always attend. And tomorrow onwards, for 9 days, there is an amazing induction crash course. For only 300 rupees, it will help you immensely. Join this program. I will share the link in the description of the video. Which poem by Jayanta Mahapatra records his concern for his ailing father? Amit, you will definitely pass. We will teach you so much. Jayanta Mahapatra won Sahitya Academy Award. Kuhu is telling everybody yes. In 1981, Jayanta Mahapatra won Sahitya Academy Award for relationship. Amazing, guys. In which of his poems does he show his concern for his ailing father? Is it Broken Columns, The Hour Before Dawn, Hymns in Darkness, or Dawn at Puri? It is The Hour Before Dawn. The Hour Before Dawn. Okay, he's talking about his father. Which among the following is not a play by Nissim Ezekiel? Which among the following is not a play by Nissim Ezekiel? Is it Song of Deprivation? Who Needs No Introduction? In the Theatre, Marriage Poem. One is called a song, one is called a poem. Which of these is not a play? You will be surprised, guys. It is In the Theatre. Song of Deprivation is a play by Ezekiel. Who Needs No Introduction is a play by Ezekiel. Marriage Poem is a play by Ezekiel. Are ye Nissim Ezekiel bhi, he is cheating us by naming his play song, poem. That is not fair. Okay, Suprita, to join our induction crash course starting from tomorrow, we will share the link everywhere tonight and tomorrow morning. The class will begin at 6 p.m. Okay, before that, ta-da-dang, in Telegram group, in Instagram, in everywhere, you will get links. Don't worry. In YouTube also. Which among the following does Dance of the Eunuchs by Kamala Das depict? Dance of the Eunuchs by Kamala Das. Is it about the violent dance of the eunuchs, which is very sad because it shows their outcast status in the society? Is it a lazy winter afternoon? Is it an erotic afternoon of two lovers? Is it a day in the life of a baby? Or it is not baby or anything. It is violent dance of the eunuchs, which is very sad because the poetess is also feeling like, oh, this dance actually shows their outcast nature, their marginal nature. They are not loved by anybody. That is what the dance depicts. Did you like that, guys? Guys, who among the following is a founding member of the publishing collective called Writers' Workshop? Is it R. Parthasarathi, A.K. Mehrotra, P. Lal, or Partha Chatterjee? Who among these is a founding member of Writers' Workshop? Guys, in order to understand all these things in detail, you can join our induction crash course starting from tomorrow, only 300 rupees. Don't say, ma'am, all courses are so expensive. 300 wala course join karo na. Because there you will get a map of everything. Okay. Writers' Workshop is started by P. Lal. P. Lal, Purushottam Lal, right. Post-colonial poetry, shuru kare? Tayar ho aap log? Okay. Which of these is not by Pablo Neruda? Is it the Aleph, Canto General, Tonight I Can Write? All of these are by Neruda. Are yaar, what is the answer? All of these dekhte hi, all of these mat bolna. All of these is not the answer. The Aleph is by Jorge Luis Borges, B-O-R-G-E-S. Canto General is by somebody else. Tonight I Can Write and Canto General both by Neruda. So Aleph is the answer. Canto General is not Borges, it is Neruda. Tonight I Can Write is Neruda. The Aleph is by Borges, B-O-R-G-E-S. Ta-da-dang! Amitav Ghosh's graphic verse novel Jungle Nama is about the goddess Bon Bibi. Which other work by Ghosh deals with the myth of Bon Bibi? Bolo, bolo. Which other work by Amitav Ghosh is about Bon Bibi? Is it In an Antique Land, The Shadow Lines, Gun Island, or The Hungry Tide? It is The Hungry Tide, because Hungry Tide is set in the Sundarbans. In an Antique Land is set in Egypt. Why would he talk about Bon Bibi there? It is The Hungry Tide. Ta-da-dang! Who among these poets is also an environmentalist? Is it A.D. Hope, Judith Wright, Alexei Wright, or Kenneth Slessor? Remember, guys, tomorrow's induction crash course, if you join, you will get a map of all this. It will be amazing. It is only for 300 rupees. It is like a joke because not even one food, high class restaurant will give you meal for 300. Hana. Telegram link, Vallat Public Group. Bolo, who of these poets is also an environmentalist? Is any of my coordinators there? Can you please share the Telegram group link? Otherwise, I'll find out. Tell me, is it A.D. Hope? Nahi. Then, is it Judith Wright? Yes. I am posting our Telegram link. Join karo, please. It is Judith Wright, who was also an environmentalist. She spoke for the Great Barrier Reef of Australia. Which of the following is not a poem by Margaret Atwood? Which of the following is not a poem by Margaret Atwood? Is it Journey to the Interior? Progressive Insanities of a Pioneer? Woman to Man, this is a photograph of me. It is Woman to Man. Woman to Man is by Judith Wright. Journey to the Interior, Progressive Insanities of a Pioneer, this is a photograph of me. These are all by Margaret Atwood. Very good. The poetry collection called The Collected Works of Billy the Kid is written by Induction. Takes 9 days. Induction is 9-day program. Why 9? Because 9 is the woman's number. Aurora Leigh was also written in 9 books. Haha. Induction Crash Course also 9 days. The poetry collection called The Collected Works of Billy the Kid is written by, yes, it is Michael Ondaatje. Michael Ondaatje. Michael Ondaatje was a poet. Collected Works of Billy the Kid, handwriting poems, and also Cinnamon Peeler. That is all for tonight. I hope you loved this session. I hope you will read all this. If you want more details, a complete map, road map for NTNet, then you should join our induction crash course. Starting tomorrow, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. for 9 days. Only 300 rupees to join. Check the video description after some time. I am going to post it there, the link. Okay, guys. Love you all. Thank you for joining today. Bye-bye. See you.